Welcome back to another New Manchester video. This is Richard. Bonjour or bonsoir. If you're watching this during the day, it's bonjour. If you're watching this during the evening or at night, bonsoir. Bienvenue. Welcome to another fresh New Manchester content. Okay, before I get into this video or voice recording podcast, okay, I'm going to read a comment from one of the videos, and this is from 217 Champion, and he says this: well, things have gotten worse because it's adapt more dumbed down people now. Plus, we know things in the food. I would have to email you this stuff, but I don't know where else to email this to you. Plus, it's a war on masculinity as well. But nothing happens, of course, by accident. Now we live in the era of AI. It's like the Terminator age. We are now in that. How far you think the AI thing will go? Will go. I see one talking like a human in voice before. Okay, and this is my reply. Hitting me hard, dog. Hitting me hard. 217 Champion. I can barely understand what you are saying, man. But I agree with you. But I agree with some of the things you are saying. A little bit, not much. I know people are dumbed down, and I know there is a war on masculinity. And I know we are living in the era of AI. Everything is automated. People are looking at their phones. I watched a video here on YouTube that had an artificial voice on it. Then you have self-driving cars. I guess you're saying the entire world is living in the era of AI, and people in other countries are like the people of the USA. The world today is like the Terminator. It is weird. I guess what I'm saying doesn't mean anything. Well, that's cool with me. 217 Champion. Here's his reply. It's email I wanted to email you to so you can understand. It's a guy who was called crazy, who knew the tech age was going to happen in 1993. Good on what you got most of it. Good on you for getting most of what I'm saying. I'm sorry, folks. 217 Champion. Yeah, I could barely understand what he's saying, but I know what he's talking about. He's talking about there's a war on masculinity. Yeah, women hating men and feminism, and we are living in the era of AI. And and computer voices, and yeah, people talking online, not talking online, people who are like talking on YouTube videos, Facebook videos, Instagram, Snapchat, X. Yeah, I know it's like they're using like artificial voices to make videos, and it's weird. I heard this a while back that someone can make an artificial voice of a human being, and when they're dead and gone, they can use their voice to make videos and make them talk about other things, which is kind of creepy. So yeah, 217 Champion, he watches the videos on his channel, so I'm gonna tell him to go to my Facebook page. Is Richard Anthony Mills. Yeah, if you have a Facebook page, 217 Champion, if you have a Facebook page, you can go to Richard Anthony Mills. That's my Facebook page, and you can like show me the email through that. I got an email, and I don't know how to use it because I had someone in my family who did a poor job teach me how to access emails. how to get into an email page. So, just want to let you know on that. 217 champion. All right, let me get into this. Deep into this voice recording podcast. Okay, there is a feisty woman who commented on one of the videos on my YouTube channel. And it's an old video that I made a long time ago. The title of it is American Women Suck, New Manchester Extreme. And I had a lengthy back and forth conversation with this woman. This woman is very hostile and all over the place. And she's making out like there's something wrong with me and there's something wrong with men in America who view American women the wrong way. And in her mind, she's totally right. So I'm going to let you guys be the judge of how this woman is thinking. Okay, I'm going to read some back and forth conversations that I had with this woman. Okay, her name is Lovely Star Child. Okay, she starts off with this comment. Okay, let me go ahead and read it. And I'll just read my comment. Then I'll just read her other comments to my comment on the video. American Women Suck, New Manchester Extreme. Okay, here's Lovely Star Child. American women do not need... Okay, let me start over again. American women do not need to do anything. We owe males nothing. If you males don't like us, fine then. Why don't you leave the USA and stay out of our faces then? This video was put together by a bitter male who suffers from a prolonged sense of entitlement. By the way, there are plenty of good women here in the USA, and if you, as a man, can't find one, the problem is you, not the women. Okay, here's yours truly. Laugh out loud. Are you trying to gaslight me? Nice try. Everything you said was total BS. Man, this shit is getting old. You are very, very backwards. Well, I don't care for you American women. I'm into women who are sweet, feminine, down-to-earth, gentle, friendly, and approachable. Those women exist in countries outside of the USA. They aren't delusional, fake, arrogant, narcissistic, picky, toxic, unfriendly, and unapproachable like women like you. You women here in the States aren't sweet and feminine. A few and not a lot. Too many crappy women. Women like you are abysmal. So don't put the blame on American men. Because at the end of the day, you and every worthless woman in the States are the problem, not us. There are people who agree with this video. If you don't agree with this video, then why are you here? I don't watch the YouTube channel of a person who I don't agree with. Okay, Lovely Star Child. No gaslighting, just nothing but truth. You are the one who is backwards. You are the problem, in all capital letters. I didn't even bother to read that lame, bitter BS novel that you wrote. I don't care what you think about me or any other woman. As I said, if you don't like us, stay out of our faces because we owe you nothing. Have a nice day, you deserved bitter Brian. Bye. Here it is again. No gaslighting, just truth. The backward one is you. If you can't get a woman, the problem is you. I didn't even bother to read this bitter book you just wrote because I don't care what you males think of me or any other woman. If you don't like us, stay out of our faces. Then you're doing us a favor. You sound ignorant and bitter. You don't know me, so you don't know who or what I am. Truth be told, your option of me doesn't matter. I am not fazed by your projections. Bye. Here's lovely star child again. No gaslighting, just truth. Stop projecting. I am not hurt by any of your options at all. So if you were trying to hurt me, you failed. By the way, I think you should seek a therapist. You sound like you need serious psychological help, but it makes me happy to know that you and your ink won't bother us women. Trust me, you are doing us a favor. You should have chosen Better Bitter Brian. Bye. Best of luck to you. Boo-hoo. Take care. Okay, wow. Oh my God. Man, this woman is all over the place. Man, she must be from Los Angeles. Man, you know what? Yeah, hearing what this woman is saying, that's the reason why American women suck. She wants to say what I'm talking about is lame, and I'm bitter. I gotta go get Bitter Brian, wherever the hell that means. Yeah, I'm not from Los Angeles. Even though I'm from California, I'm not from LA, and I'm not. I gotta say this. Thank God I don't live in Los Angeles. Thank God. This woman is ridiculous. And see, this is the reason why, this is incredibly toxic, and it is. This can drive an Elliot Rodgers to go on a mass shooting and shoot and kill people and turn a gun on themselves and shoot and kill themselves, or worse, get shot and killed by police. Yeah, and she says I need to go see a therapist. Well, I don't need to see a therapist. What I need to see is a passport, get on a plane and head overseas, and forget about women like her. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some good women here in America. They're rare, they're hard to find, and they're taken. So, I'm going to say this, here in the U.S., when I go out, I remember a long, long time ago, there was this sweet, feminine, down-to-earth woman, and she was married and she had a son. Her name was Krista. She had red, curly hair, and she was very, very sweet. I talked to her. I mean, it's like talking to a normal person. And we connected, and I got along with her. And one day I was talking to her, I gave her something. I gave her a lollipop one day, and she went and gave me a hug. Man, she was so sweet and she was so feminine. She was a real woman, and she wore dresses. And that's what I like about her. And and there's some down to earth women here in the US, but not a lot, there's not a lot of them around. And plus, going back to Krista, it was a woman that I met when I was working at a store called TJ Maxx. She was the only sweet, feminine, down to earth, easy to talk to, and approachable woman that I ever met. I mean, she was so sweet. I mean, she didn't make me feel miserable. She didn't make me feel sad. She didn't tear me down like this crazy woman here, Lovely Star Child, did. But she didn't Lovely Star Child didn't affect me. I'm just reading everything that she's saying, and I want you guys who are listening to this voice recording podcast to weigh in on what she's saying. Okay, yeah. Kriska from TJ Maxx, she smiled. I mean, she gave me a hug, like I said before. Like we hugged, we got along. It's just a shame that she's married and she has a son. It's kind of funny. She said her son taught her how to ride a skateboard, and it was hilarious. Yeah, plus she never blamed me, told me to blame myself for my problems. You know, that's what that's what people in the US want to do. I mean, Americans are so quick to react to something. And they love to tell people to blame themselves for their problems. Blame themselves. Blame themselves. Saying that I'm the problem. I'm the reason why I can't meet a woman. It's me. It's not them. Blame myself. Blame myself. It's all on me. I'm bitter. I need to go see a therapist. I got a problem. I'm gonna say this. I remember I went abroad, and I went on this cruise. I was on this cruise ship back in 2017. A cruise in Northern Europe. Yeah, I sailed the countries like I sailed from the United Kingdom to Belgium, Belgique, Norway, Germany, and France. And on that cruise ship, I was sitting in a restaurant called the Windjammer. I was eating some food, and a sweet woman waiter come walking up to me and asked me did I want anything, and I had food in my mouth, and I started to talk, and she laughed. I mean, she find me hilarious, and she liked me. Then I remember I was at JFK in New York. I was going to go on that Mediterranean cruise from 2023 last year, October of 2023. And before I got on, when I headed to this Italian flight to get on and fly from New York to Rome in Italy, there was this girl, an Italian girl. She was a teenage girl. She was in my way, and I was too scared to say anything to her. My dad said this to me: "Richard, tell that girl to get out of the way. Just go around that girl." So I went around her, and the girl said this to me: "I'm sorry." And I looked at her, and she looked at me. She gave me a really warm smile. It wasn't a fake, artificial, plastic smile. It was a warm smile, and she was very feminine. So, okay, why is it that I feel really good around women and girls who are sweet, feminine, and down to earth, and easy to talk to and approachable? Why come I feel good around those women, and I feel like crap around women like Lovely Star Child? Why is that? So basically, the problem isn't me. The problem is American women like Lovely Star Child. Okay, she says she doesn't. Okay, going back to what she says she doesn't care what her and other American women think of me and what I said, and calling my comment a bitter, lame BS book or whatever, calling it a novel. Yeah, I'm not hurt by this woman. I think this woman is a ridiculous, bitter bitch who's full of bullshit. But I'm not the type of man to hit women. It's wrong to hit a woman. I'm not gonna hit a woman. I'm not gonna hit anybody. I'm not gonna do that because that's wrong. And what I just read from Lovely Star Child is just part of the toxicity here in the United States of America. And if she doesn't care about me going abroad and talking about how bad her and other women are, Well, and I don't care what she says, so we're even. So, there's a saying, but, I'm going to say this, there's this abortion law that's sweeping the U.S. that restricts a woman's right to an abortion, a woman's right to choose, telling a woman what to do with her body. And I'm not the type of man to go around and tell a woman what to do with her body. Okay? So, a woman like Lovely Star Child is not the woman for me, She's too bitter. She's too toxic. I don't want a woman who's bitter and toxic and tear me down and make me out like there's something wrong with me and turn me into a monster, an angry, bitter monster with a temper. And I grew out of that, and I don't need to be like that anymore. And I can't wait for the day I'm going to leave the United States of America and head abroad. So yeah, okay, and that's all I gotta say in this video. Okay, okay, what I want to say. Okay, I noticed I ticked off a guy with Asperger's. He was hounding me on making a video about something. Because he has Asperger's and he because he has a disability. I'm not gonna blame him for his problems. His name is Deca Mark Smith or Marco Smith, wherever his name is. I'm gonna say this, Marco Smith. I'm sorry for what I said to you. I just don't know how to talk to people with Asperger's. And people with disabilities. Not disability, people with Asperger's. I know you have this disability. I know it's hard for you to communicate with people. I know you have a hard time doing things because you do things repetitive. You say repetitive things. And you do repetitive things. I feel your pain, man, but, I didn't mean to put you down. I'm not the type of guy to put someone down because of their disability. Some people who have a severe disability, they can't be helped, but people like you who don't have a severe disability, you guys can get that help. You can get some therapy. You can learn how to socialize and talk to people better because you need that. Because if you want to, if you want to move abroad and live a better life outside the USA, that's all good. I want it doesn't matter if you have a disability or not. If you're a single, lonely, heterosexual male, you have to listen to a woman like Lovely Star Child and telling you that you're the problem, you're the reason why everything is the way it is in America, and that's the reason why you can't meet women. That's your problem. Yeah, they want to gaslight you and make you out like it's your fault, and it's insane. You can't blame yourself for everything. Everything can't be your fault. Everything can't be your fault. It's like this, okay? If you decide to take your car and run it into a brick wall, just for the heck of it, no reason or anything, it's all on you. It's your problem. It's your fault. But if someone who's toxic, who drive you, who make you want to do stuff like that, well, half of it is your fault and half of it is their fault. Or also it can be their fault. And that's reality. It's just crazy here in the United States that everybody's programmed to blame themselves for a problem that they didn't create, a problem that they got themselves into. It's just silly. It's just silly. It's insane. It's ridiculous. It's just a bunch of nonsense. And it is, in Lovely Star Child, I think she's one of those Kamala Harris supporters who are bitter and upset because Donald Trump won the presidential election and Kamala Harris lost. And I'm gonna say this: the Democrats, why they lost, because they spent too much time on culture war stuff. They spent too much time on feminism and all this other stuff. They spend too much time on it instead of tackling the real issues like, income inequality, the gap between rich and poor, a low minimum wage, no universal health care, no child care, breaking up the big banks, getting money out of politics, improving the infrastructure in this country, make it more like Europe. Stuff like that. Yeah, and be for preserving the climate and having clean drinking water. Yeah, which Donald Trump is going to be against. Well, anyway, let me get away from politics. So that's all I gotta say in this voice recording podcast. So before I end this voice recording, what did you guys think of what Lovely Star Child said to me in the comments on one of the videos on my YouTube channel? She told me I need to go see a therapist. I sound like I need serious psychological help. So what did you guys think? I think I don't need to see a therapist. I don't need serious psychological help. I don't need all of that. I'm normal, I'm functioning, I'm with it. So just leave your comments on what Lovely Star Child thinks. Okay, that's all I gotta say in this voice recording podcast. And in the future I'm gonna make videos about what's going on in other countries and cultures and talk about other things that are positive and get away from this negative USA crap. All right, that's all I gotta say in this voice recording podcast. This is Richard of the New Manchester YouTube channel saying this, signing out, and cheers and au revoir. Merci beaucoup. Goodbye.